Hey, Isabella. Hi, Jessica.
Hi, Marissa.
Good morning.
Oh, my computer keeps telling me I need to restart, and I keep telling it later. Super frustrating. Jessica, I'm so glad you figured out, because I didn't write you back till like 10 minutes ago. So I know
Yeah.
you asked if you needed to come to campus or not.
I
Um,
figured it out because I couldn't find the Zoom link. That's why.
every year it's a little bit tricky. Even when we're not virtual, people get a little bit confused about what room it's in. So I'm just gonna wait like 2 or 3 minutes and see if other people come in. By the way, Isabella, I'd like you to meet Jessica, who is one of our new front desk student assistants. This is Isabella. She
Hi,
is
nice to meet
starting her second year here, so she has actually never worked in person either. Hey, you're on campus. Hey, where are you?
you. Yeah, Student Union.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, you know what I can't wait for is Student Union, the breakfast burritos.
Oh, really? Are they good?
Not only are they good, they're, well, at least before, I don't know if the price is raised, but they were like $5. And they were like
Oh.
super filling, like they last you the whole day.
Mhm.
Yeah. So I think they're like one of the best deals in town.
Mhm.
So I
Okay.
don't
Good
want
to
to
know.
take too long. So I'm gonna get started and um, others can join us when they come. So this is Front Desk 1.0 for workshop. I just say that because we're being recorded. So in this one, I'm going to share my screen. Let's see how I can do that. Hold on. Let me 1 second. Okay, hold on. There we go. Share screen. And I was trying to do it to the right one. Share. Okay. There, I like your faces on the side. So this is what we're going to go over in this one. Who's where while in person? Because we're a little bit all over. We are in person and virtual, how that's going to work, how appointment requests come in, how to look up availability, making an appointment on TutorTrack, and how to create a block and add availability. So we got a lot going on. Isabella, I know you have TutorTrack already up and running. Jessica, I will have you find TutorTrack in just a moment, but let's get through a little bit of this. I know this is super wordy for a presentation. There's like a ton on here. I don't want to forget anything. Hey, I had it on here where it like was supposed to come in one at a time. That's interesting. Slash, it didn't do it. Okay, because now it's even more overwhelming. In-person tutors have the option of sitting outside or inside. Next to their name, please write patio or WMC. So here in the center, we have a really large whiteboard on the wall. All of their names are written, and just next to it, and like, just get a whiteboard marker, and you're just going to write next to them patio or WMC so that we know where are they. If they are going to be down in like 1730 for like most of the day for whatever reason, just put in there like WMC 1730. 1730 is our multimedia room downstairs. You are managing everyone's time. Super important to think in the future. And partially, when I included this because you need to know where everybody is. In the first like 3 weeks of school, our tutors do a ton of pitches. So some of them are virtual pitches, and some of them are in person. So a pitch is when they go to a classroom and they give a 5 or 10 minute little, informational quick session about who we are and whatnot. if they're on campus, you got to give them time to actually get there. So this is what I mean, how you're managing everyone's time. It's super important to think. Alyssa has a pitch in person from 2 to 2:15. So don't give her a drop-in appointment that comes at 1:40 because she's going to have to leave at like 1:55 to get to her 2 o'clock pitch. Like if there's somebody else available, just be mindful. You always have to be looking at the schedule. Like right when you come into your shift, super familiarize yourself with everybody's schedule. Who's here, who has an appointment. If it is red and blocked, read what the block is. Because if it's a pitch or a workshop, then you have to be aware like, oh, they're leaving, right? I can't give them a drop-in appointment. Students are no doubt going to be confused about if their appointment is in person or virtual. If, ooh, look at me. If their appointment is virtual and they show up in person, you can allow them to use the center to do their online appointment, either with their laptop or one of our laptops. Hopefully we won't make this mistake too often. When you're replying to the email, it should be really clear about if it's in person or not. And Isabella, this is how it's going to be a little bit tricky for switching, because you know how sometimes somebody will, you know, cover, and one tutor will cover another tutor's shift.
Yeah.
It's going to be tricky because you want Kiana to cover it, but Kiana's only virtual, but yet you have somebody coming in person to meet with, say, Koa, and Koa's out sick, and then you want to, so that's going to be kind of awkward. Sometimes I think if we're super packed and they need the appointment, they're just going to show up and we're going to tell them, hey, the only tutor we have is a virtual one. And we're going to have to navigate that with a positive spirit. I think most people are okay, but I do think some people really choose the in-person because they want to be in person. Who's where? I want to make a point that Sohi is usually up here in our main center. She has a desk up here, but because she shares an office with Shay or Abby, depending on who's here at the time, she's going to be working downstairs primarily. So her extension, her phone number is this. But when you pick up the phone, you just pick up the you know, like pick this up and you just dial in 2057. You don't have to dial the whole number. Just call her when in doubt. Like if she's late for her appointment because she tutors as well, or you know, you really don't know what to do, just call her. It's fine. So let's see. What does in-person look like? Okay, so the essay desk is inside the Broom Library, backside of the second floor. The doors, I mean, you're literally right in front of the doors that open up to the bridge that goes to Town Center. So you will be sitting at the desk greeting people who enter the library and are welcoming to the WMC. You represent the WMC to everyone walking by. Smile and say hello to everybody that walks by. Or at least, you know what I mean, most people. Sometimes I'm up there and I'm typing away and I don't look up. But if, you know, unless you're like talking to someone, just smile really quickly. Oh, Sarah's coming. Please, no food up there. Drinks are okay. The library has a rule about that. Hi, Sarah. So it is a library rule right now that there's no food in the library. So we're allowing it. Like if you want to take a break and use our like little mini break room or sit in the back, you're welcome to eat your snack back there. But up front, only drinks. No headphones if possible. So we don't like headphones up there because they look super unapproachable. And we've had problem with headphones up there, because then people come up and they think like they can't talk to you because you're busy. So I understand though that the essay is going to have to be both manning the virtual room and manning the in-person. You know, if you have ear pods, that might look, I mean, might be a little bit better than like bigger headphones that look like you're unavailable. Or maybe you can keep, you know, keep the WMC drop-in room a little bit muted or very low. So that part we're going to have to navigate, but if at all possible, don't have your earphones in. Students will come check in at the front desk for their appointment or a drop-in. Ask them for their student ID, and then you will mark their appointment attended. You don't actually have to ask for their student ID necessarily. Sometimes they know, hey, I have an 11 o'clock appointment with COA. And you're great. So you're just going to go to Tutor Track, you go to COA, and you ask them their name. Okay, that matches COA's 11 o'clock, and you just mark them in. You'll need to ask them for their student ID if it is like a drop-in appointment. So, or just ask them their name, which is fine as well. A lot of times people don't know who their appointment's with. They just know they have an 11 a.m. And so you're just going to have to like scroll, right? Just scroll through the day and just find who has, I mean, what, there's only probably 2 people on shift at a time. So it's not really that difficult. You'll check them in. Oh, ooh, sorry. I didn't mean to do that. Students will come in at the front desk for their appointment or drop in. Okay. If they're drop in, enter as a quick visit for 30 minutes. You can ask them to sit down in our lobby up here, or you can direct them downstairs to the outdoor space and ask them to sit. I'll tell you where it is, but this is where I want y'all to like drop by at some point so I can just walk you down there. If you go down our stairs and out of the library, you go to the left and you can see it. We have a sandwich board out. I don't today if you go by, but it will be out Wednesday. We have a sandwich board and it says outdoor WMC with an arrow. It's super easy. You can't get lost. You go downstairs, outside, and you walk left. And it's in the courtyard or the patio area. If there's a crowd of people, ask them to line up. So you're sitting here facing the door. There's like a walkway here to enter the library. Ask them to line up this way on this side. Because sometimes what they do is they crowd up all in the front. And even like pre-COVID, it just gets kind of crowded up there. So just ask them to line up on the side. I haven't put a sign up. I know, so he keeps telling me to put a sign, and it's a good idea. I just haven't had time. How appointment requests come in. They come in email, in person, and on the phone right now. So Jessica, there are really for you because the other 2 have been doing this. In the emails, there's 2 types of requests. There's a live appointment, whether that's virtual or in person. It's like live happening now, synchronous. And then there's asynchronous, which we also call voice thread. That is where somebody can just email in their essay or email in their like slideshow presentation. And then we still book an appointment. Like we would still book COA for half an hour to look at it. He completes it. He says, okay, essay, I'm done with it. And then the essay emails that link with the completed feedback back to the student. So when responding, being clear. I know, Sarah, you missed that, or maybe you heard that right when you were coming in, but be super clear if the appointment you booked is in person or virtual. Who can make an appointment? Current undergrad students, including university and international students. Alumni, if they're a member of the association, ask for their alumni number Do we do anything with the number? No. No, we don't. Andrea just asked me this. And right now, the Alumni Center isn't asking, although we do track it, because when you put in an appointment, you'll put it in as alumni. So we can run a report after. But if they don't have an alumni number, then they know. And they don't know to like give us a random number. You know what I mean? I guess somebody could just make up a number, but I don't think that would occur to them. We used to take alumni, but we started getting so many, and the Alumni Association knows this. So they've asked us to really push for people to be a member. It's $30 a year, I think, and that includes a whole bunch of benefits, including access to our center and I think the Career Center. Okay, graduate students also come in. They should only see Sohi, Abby, or Shay. Jessica, Abby is on maternity leave, but she'll be back in October. And Shay is our all around. He's our all around because right now he's putting on Abby's hat. And then when Sohi goes on sabbatical, he's going to be putting on Sohi's hat. So a little bit. Maybe Nilo or Koa. This is kind of one. These are both graduated tutors. They've received extra training. They shouldn't be working on a big paper. If it's like, you know, their master thesis, it has to go to Sohi or Abby or Shay. But these ones can do small. If it's just APA citations and part of their paper, they can do that for sure. Yeah. How to look up availability. You know, I'm so bummed. You know, I made all this effort to like make these, you know, like come in a certain way with like a little ding, however noise, but I don't know why it's not running. I think maybe because I usually do it on Google Sheets and I tried PowerPoint and I don't know how to use it as well, clearly. But Jessica will open TutorTrack in a minute, so you have a chance to see that. But I want to highlight this, especially for Isabella and Sarah who understand. You know how you look if you open TutorTrack and on the list on the left, you see everybody's name, and then you can click on that person's name and you'll see a whole week. Like say somebody wants to see Shay. Well, when's Shay working? So you can click on his name, it'll show you his whole schedule. However, it will only show you one of the two listings if they are both in person and online. Look. See how some of these say on? So some of them are only virtual and some of them are only in person and some of them are both, which is why not everybody has two of them. Like look, Koa here, Koa is both in person and Koa is, I mean, he's online. So if you click on Koa online, you're just going to see his online availability. And if you click on Koa here, it's going to show you his in-person availability. So that's going to take a little bit of getting used to. Okay, 3 more slides and then we'll go over to TutorTrack. Making an appointment on TutorTrack. As a reminder, do they have a tutor preference? We always ask them, Jessica, in the appointment request, it asks them. But if they're walking up to you in person, this you need to write down like on a cheat sheet. Usually it's up on our laptop that we use for the student assistance. I think everything got cleaned up. I will put another cheat sheet on there for you. You might, some tutors like to put it on like their phone and they always look it up. However is best for you to remember, because on Friday mornings, you're going to be at home and you won't be here. So do they have a tutor preference? Did you confirm their phone number? Because we do call fairly often. What class is it for? And what what it is. This can help you determine what tutor to book them with. So sometimes we just book based on just availability, but every once in a while you'll get somebody like, hey, I need help brainstorming. I haven't even started my paper. I just have a prompt and I can't even understand it. That used to be Max for me. Max was like our go-to. He loved brainstorming. I'm not 100% sure right now who loves to do that type of thing. So I'm going to have to figure that out too. Yeah, and then if it's a psychology, you have an option. Pick a psychology major tutor versus one that's a business, if it's a psychology class. They're all trained to do everything, but you know, sometimes you can match them up a little bit better. How to create a block availability. We're gonna do that after we open it. Yeah. So Jessica, the way that I get to tutor track is, I'll just walk you through it so then you can see it. I go to our WMC website. Tell me if I'm going too fast for you. And then make an appointment. And then you see this blue button called Tutor Track.
Sorry, for some reason my screen is just like frozen.
Okay. Well, Sarah and Isabella, you want to navigate there so we can practice a few things. And Jessica, once it reboots, let me know. Click the schedule. Isabella and Sarah, you might want to click the schedule and see what I mean. You can click on like Wednesday or Thursday of next week because it's all blank right now because we're not, I mean, this week, sorry, this Wednesday or Thursday. It's all empty because we're not open.
Marissa, did the password for tutor track change?
Yeah, so everything is Riderly 2021.
Okay. Thanks.
Capital
W.
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave and come back because it's just frozen.
Okay. Oh, did she change it? Oh, you know what? That's so funny. I didn't mention anything, but it does say online now. Oh no, it is on. To me, on sounds like on. So I'm gonna have a little bit of a hard time with that. I liked it when it said IP, but I think other people didn't like IP for some reason. I think it makes sense. So I usually use IP for in person. They use on for online. See, why is this? Look, this is confusing to me. This one says ISA online. This one says on ISA Broom. And this one says ISA Zoom. We're going to have to clean that up. I know Kiana is only virtual. I'm positive she's not. Well, really? Maybe I take that back. I didn't think she was coming to campus, but maybe she is now. So see how I am here. Okay, Jessica, where are you now? Can you log on to?
So it just shows me the slideshow. Like that's all I can see.
You got to X out of that in your screen and open up like a regular browser.
Yeah, but on your share screen.
I know. Oh, it does?
Yeah.
Oh, really? Okay.
At least for me.
You came.
Yeah,
Well,
it's for me
Sarah,
too.
you came.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, then my, yeah, because I thought mine was frozen.
Oh, how weird. Okay, let me stop the share
Mhm.
and then I'll share it again on a different, that was interesting. Okay, this is the one I'm looking at. All right, Jessica, let's see if we can get you access. So go to a main browser. This is where you just type in, if you go to Channel Islands, you type in WMC into the search. And then you click on Writing and Multiliteracy. You scroll down. Actually, just kidding. You go to Make an Appointment. Am I going too fast for you? You're muted.
Oh, I'm just barely going on WMC.
Okay. When you get there, click Make an Appointment.
I'm there.
Okay. And now you go down and you see this blue button that says Tutor Track?
Yes.
Now click Tutor Track. And your username is going to be writing.tutors. So writing.tutors. And then the password is capital W. So it's Writerly 2021. So Writerly, WRITERLY 2021.
Two 2021.
Uh-huh. Did it let you in?
I'm gonna try again. So what's the username again? I'm sorry.
Writing.tutors. Oh, here, like if you, it looks like this. Writing.tutors. And then I would type this for you, but I don't think it shows. WRITERLY 2021.
Can you put it on the chat, please? Sorry.
I don't know, can I? And then see. Where is the chat? Like, how come there's no chat? Oh, no. Meeting controls? No? How do I put it on chat?
Okay, it's on there. Someone else put it.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, Sarah and Isabella, Isabella. I'm going to show you really quick how to make a block and how to make availability, because this comes up all the time. So in order to make a block, you left click and hold it. So you're going to left click and hold, and you drag down with your mouse or your trackpad. And then what you do is you click is available, and then you put in there like sick, or sometimes Zoe says, I need to meet with them. So you say meet with Sohi. Sometimes they have a field trip. Like a lot of people go out to the islands for a field trip or down to LA to the museums. You just put like field trip or whatever reason. So what is interesting about this? Let me show you. Say, so he says, can you block him at 10:30? Or say you're an essay and you're like, I really got to take a break. I have no scheduled break. Koa, can you cover me? And he says, sure. And you just want to block out 10:30 to 11, but you can't do it because you can't drag and drop. Just do it anywhere else. It doesn't matter. So you're going to do that. You put unavailable, and then here you just alter the time. So say you just want to block them at 10:30, make sure that's AM. And then here, what, for like a 15 minutes you want them to cover? Oops. Oh, I don't know. I didn't mean, I don't know what I did. I meant like 10:30. It's usually not that hard, Marissa. So if it's like 10:30 AM to 10:45, and you just want to put a block, I'll just do test, and then you do save. And so now he's just got the block right there. That's how you do that. And then when you want to X out of it, I mean, like, I'm going to do this because this was a test. Are you sure you want to delete this? Yes, delete it. Do you have questions on that? Anybody?
I was able to get in.
You were?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, good. Okay. All right. So, Jessica, this is what our scheduling software looks like. It's called Tutor Track. So this is what's called the TrackMan up here. This is what is called the magnifying glass. Whoa, keeps it. So when you log on, generally it'll be the main page. You always want to go down to schedule here. So if you go down to schedule, it'll look like this. And you see here on the left, there's a lot of options. There's Ready Multiliteracy Center. There's WMC studio hours. There's WMC in class. Usually if people can't find a schedule, it's because they're on the wrong one. They've clicked on in class. So you click on that one. There's nothing here because we're not open. But look what happens if I click on Wednesday. Everything is open. I mean, there's a schedule. Green means that we're available to be booked. Red means that they're blocked. See here, it says reserved DMT meeting with Sohi. Blue would be a drop-in, and yellow is a group appointment. But I don't think we have any drop-ins or groups. So, oh, look, we have a drop-in. See how this one is a drop-in right there. I think because he might be scheduled for like an essay who's like needs to take a break or something. I think that's why. So here's this. Let me go back and just finish up. Let me show you, I'm going to kind of skip a step and then go back so I can just finish the how to make a block and add availability. So to create the block, left click and hold, drag down with your mouse pad or the trackpad, mark unavailable. That we went over. Jessica, let me show you one more time on how to do that because that comes up all the time. It's a pretty important thing. So say you want to put a block on AJ here, but only at 11 o'clock. So what you're going to do is you're going to left click and hold it and then drag down with your mouse or your trackpad. It doesn't matter where. We'll change it to 10:30 right up here. So here is where you change it to 10:30 and just make sure it's AM. You can't change the end time ever. You have to change the duration in order to change the end time. You have to put like a 2 and then, so it'd be like a 30-minute block. You do unavailable and then write in the description of why. Did I go too fast for you, Jessica?
No, I got it.
Okay, and then you save it. And now it's blocked. I'm going to delete that. So delete. And then to add availability, Sarah and Isabella, I don't know. Well, Sarah, you might know how to do it. I'm not sure if you guys know. Same thing. You're going to left click and hold and drag down. This, if you leave it as a 0, it's going to be blue as a drop in. So like this is yeah, if you want to, like a regular appointment, you put it as 1 and now it's green. If you were going to make a group appointment, you do it as like 4. Let me show you. This is the super important. Split it into availability blocks and save. I'm going to send you a PDF. I have a PDF that I'll send you right after this that has screenshots of this. You divide it into 30-minute increments. Otherwise, what you've done is you've just given them a 3-hour block, right? I'll change this to 0, 0. Save. And now you have all these appointments. Of course, now I have to go and delete them all. Do not do groups. Do not make groups. Let me say that 3rd time. Do not make group appointments unless you know everybody's name. This is a disagreement here in this office, but the reason being is Tutor Track allows you to double book. So actually, I guess it's maybe delete, not as huge of an issue because we used to let students make their own appointments. And we might go back to that in the foreseeable future. And I hate to train people because what happens is Tutor Track just sees that there's availability times 4. And so what happens is we know there's a group appointment, but we only know 2 of the students' names out of the 4 people, and we enter those. So Tutor Track says, oh, there's more openings. And then random person over here and random person over here book their appointment, and now you have everybody showing up at the same time for the same appointment. That's why I don't like doing group appointments unless you know everybody's name. I understand right now we have disabled that function for students to be able to book their own appointments. However, I think it's bad training to even go that route, because then if we allow it again, then we have to retrain all over. Okay, I'm going to go back up here to our orientation because these are the screenshots of how to make the Tutor Track appointment. So how to schedule an appointment. Isabella, you have been gone for so long. Sarah, you have been gone for so long all summer. It seems like it's been ages. Practice making these appointments again, because there's also some new changes on the reasons. So what you're going to do, Jessica, is you click on the drop-down menu in the search bar of an appointment line. So say you're going to book a tutor at 12:30. So what you're going to do is you click on the down arrow. You click on that little down arrow. When you click on the down arrow, you will have this. You can just type in, you can just pick somebody, pick any tutor on like Wednesday, when there's availability, and type in your own student ID. And let me try and do that. Jessica, I'm going to use you as an example. So I'm here on Wednesday, the 25th. I don't know your student ID. I'm just going to put your name in. Jessica, here you go. Oh, by the way, Jessica, Tutor Track's really slow. Oh, your classes aren't in yet. Yeah, they're supposed to be. Oh, they should be up. Oh, it's because I need to upload them today. Normally, I'll have your class list here. So I'll pick your class list. Here's the reasons. Wow, look at all these reasons. There's a ton of reasons. Let's go through these. Appointment, in-person, oral visual communication. That is like a poster presentation. They're rehearsing a speech. They're going through a PowerPoint, something like that. In-person writing. Appointment online. So that would be a Zoom appointment. Oral visual. So these two are the same, right? You're going to have writing or writing. Just one's in person, one's online. Computer use. People can use the center. Zoe and I have talked about that. I don't think it'll be that busy, to be honest. We used to have what happened is people would finish their appointment and then just want to stay and work on it. So they would log back in as computer use, or they're renting the sound booth. Not renting it because we don't charge, but reserving it. Then we have drop-in, same thing, oral visual, drop-in writing. And now we have VoiceThread. So let's assume you're making kind of our standard appointment. Usually what we do is writing. Type of project. This one's might be new for you. See, here we have undergraduate. Jessica, most of them are probably going to be undergraduate. And this one is real common in fall. Application to graduate school. This is big time in fall. Probably not quite August, September, but much more like October, November, December even. Or alumni. We don't really have staff faculty very often, once in a blue moon. So let's see, I'm gonna pick, you're an undergrad. And these are the notes that we always do. Say you want Adrian, so you would put in here, Adrian preferred. I would confirm with you. This is what I do. If the email comes in, we ask them for their phone number and you check their phone number against what they wrote down. If they're in person or on the online, I say, hey, is the phone number that ends in 6656 a good number? And then I would put good phone. And then you always write your name or your initials. Your initials are JL, so you're probably okay writing that. Sometimes it's confusing because people have like the same initials as others. So either just write Jessica or JL. All right, Marissa, and then we're gonna save it. This also takes kind of a while depending on tutor trucks. Like mood, it's not really its mood, but some days it takes longer than others, which is frustrating when you're trying to make a bunch and there's a line. So you click out of it and now you have an appointment. So Sarah and Isabella, I don't know if you realize, but like if you want to move it, say Jessica calls, hey, I can't do it. Can I move it to a different day? You can use the calendar to switch it. How come it's not? I switch it all the time. It's not letting me switch the date. That's interesting. But you can usually just put in, like if you see Adrian is free the next day at the same time, you can switch the date. And you can always drag and drop it. Say Adrian calls out sick. You don't have to redo the appointment. You can just move it. You just drag and drop it over right here. Sorry. I have allergies today. Are you sure you want to confirm? It's thinking about it. Good old tutor track. Sometimes it just doesn't work, but you can drag and drop it. Oh, page unresponsive. Oh, usually that doesn't happen. Wait, that's super annoying. Okay, Jessica, why don't you try making an appointment? And then if you get stuck, let me know. So
Okay.
I'm gonna delete this one. Hopefully.
Just whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
That might help you know which one. It doesn't let you save it. If you don't put in the subject, reason, and type of project, it won't let you save it anyway.
Okay.
This is where it's hard not being in person, because usually I would kind of stand with you
Mhm.
and practice that.
So I couldn't find my name, so I'm using someone else. Is that okay?
Yeah, what do you mean you couldn't find your name?
I put Jessica and 2 Jessicas popped up, but it wasn't me.
Oh, you have to put in your last name.
I did, it still didn't pop up.
Oh, really?
Mhm.
Oh, okay. Yeah, put in someone else. Sarah or Isabella, do you have any questions?
No.
Okay.
So then subject
Mhm.
and then reason.
Yeah, the subject, normally their class schedule, like later this week, it'll pop up and it'll say,
Okay.
it would pick in there like social 305 or
And then type of project.
the type of project is, oh, good grief.
So normally undergraduate level.
It's normally undergrad. Mhm.
Okay. And in the notes, I put
You're gonna put
preferred.
no preference or preferred. So if there's no preference, you write no pref.
No problem.
And then if it is a preference, you would say like prefer AGM.
Okay. And then good phone number.
Yeah. So you would confirm their number and then you put good number. And then the next line, you put your name.
Okay. And then jail.
And then you click save. What day did you save it on?
Oh, I think I did. The 25th.
Okay. This is a good reminder for everyone. You always have to refresh it. It doesn't auto refresh.
Okay.
So that's also another reason, another way you can double book. Because it'll allow, like sometimes, Jessica, we're so busy. Poor Sarah and Isabella don't understand because they've only been here in the online world. But there's sometimes so many people here that I'm booking people and the front desk is booking people.
Mhm.
And we have to kind of yell across to tell each other, like, I just booked an 11 a.m. tomorrow. Don't book it. Because Tutor Truck, if you don't refresh it, it'll allow you to double book.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I already booked.
You did this one.
9 a.m.
Okay. All right, extend it. Oh, right. In person. Okay. Perfect. So I'm going to delete it. I'm just going to click out of this. Delete. And then what you do is you would email them.
Okay.
This is my email. I'm going to open another box. Writing.tutors. Open. Whoa, look at all this. Oh, that's funny. I'm sure there's appointment requests in here. That's what we should have gone and done one of these. Yeah. That Tumblr page is going to be your best friend. Because see these appointment requests. Let's look at Kevin. Kevin has an appointment request. This is what it looks like. It's a little cumbersome, but it works. So name, Kevin Diaz. Here's his phone number. Here's his email. Here's his student ID. Sometimes when you reply to this, it'll bounce back to you. And you're like, hey, what? It's because they forgot the MyCI. They just put in like CSUCI. Or they forgot their number 129 or something. But you can figure it out because on the schedule, it'll have their email. Like you can usually figure out how to do it. Oh, he's an alumni. Oh, look at that. Alumni and Friends Association. Huh, it didn't list their number. Oh, when you meet with the tutor, it says you'll be asked to show the card. Okay, I wonder if that's what they're doing now. Personal statement, research statement, or grad school application. This is the reason, so it tells you the reason there. Do you have an EMT? Yes, but I do not mind meeting with anyone who's available. He wants a virtual consultation. Okay. He wants a writing. He wants a 1 hour. So a 1 hour for us, Jessica, is 2 30 minutes back to back. So you have to make 2 appointments. When does he want it? He wants it August 24th. Oh, shoot, we're not open. Or the 25th at 10 a.m. And his third choice is the 26th at 10 a.m. So I'm currently applying, this is his notes. I'm currently applying to medical school and request help in writing the necessary essays for the applications. I would like to work with Dr. Sohee Lee if at all possible. Yes. I don't know if she has time this week. I would probably, I don't think she's booked at all, but let's look. I highly doubt she's booked this week. Look, I'm just gonna go over here and I'm gonna see Sohee. No, I don't know. I don't. She books herself for a little bit of time, and now I don't see another Sohee. See what I mean? When that happens, you just forward the email, or if you see her or call Sohee, you got to ask her when her availability is. I would usually email, and I would say, hey Sohee, somebody wants to meet with you for grad school application. Are you free the 25th at 10 a.m. or the 26th at 10 a.m.? I know she's not free to Wednesday because I just talked to her earlier. Oh, sorry, that's not what I meant. So that's what you would do to that. You would just check in and then you would get back to the person. I'm going to click this and say, I don't want it to be marked as, I want it, if you do that and you don't handle it, mark it as unread. Like if it's at the very end of your shift and you see it, but you don't respond to it because it's like the end of the night and you're closing, always make sure you right click mark as unread so that the essay the next morning or the next shift knows to do it. I want to point out, I will sit with you, Jessica, and we'll walk through this during your first shift. But I want to make sure you know these, Sarah and Isabella. There's email. Where is our links? Remote tutoring links. It's still under there. Our email templates. Email template folder. So when you reply to an email, Jessica, there is a bunch of different templates. So here's most of the common ones. So you would copy and paste this. You can copy and paste it from this. This should just be bookmarked. It should be like on your bookmark bar because you'll use it all the time. You'll copy and paste this part and then make sure you're super careful about like putting in the dear you know, and change so it doesn't say student, like you would put in dear so-and-so, right? Whoever requested it. This you're going to alter to change. Like that guy, Kevin, he wanted a 1 hour. We started doing 2 to 2:30 and 2:30 to 3 because people kept getting confused. And then you would put in the tutor link and you would send it off. So there's a variety of different templates you can use. Here is a group tutoring one. Here's the voice thread one. I was hoping to do voice thread during this one, but I think we'll do it in 2.0. Here's the alumni one. Here's the completed. So there's a bunch of different templates. So when you write back to a tutor, you'll have this information there. If it's just back and forth, I mean, you don't always have to use a template. I mean, you can just, sometimes people, especially if they come all the time, they'll write in and they'll say, hey, does Shay have a 2 o'clock tomorrow? And you could just write back and forth. But once you've set the appointment and it's booked, you give them this formal email confirmation. Meeting notes. Let me go back to this. Do you guys have something to do right at 10 o'clock, or do you mind going over a little bit?
I'm good going over.
I'm good.
You're good? All right. I don't know where your little heads went, so I assume Sarah is there. I'm going to go and look at VoiceThread really quick. So VoiceThread tutoring, also called asynchronous. WMC tutors will offer feedback via VoiceThread on subjects that students have emailed in, and they will not meet live. No, I should change that. That's no longer true. All of them are really changed. Oh, no. It started temporarily. We did a trial run last year. It was only very select classes that did it. It worked out really well. And so now it's open to everybody. I will also email you the document on this. Here's a video on how to do it. Here's the directions on how to do it. And here's a spreadsheet. So what happens is there's a special voice thread. It looks like that email request. It's a little bit different because they're asked to submit their document. So if I click onto this, it'll pull it up. Here's the instructions. Bookmark this too. Bookmark everything. I'll put this in the chit chat right now. Except, how do I find the chit chat? Hold on. Oops. Where did the Zoom go? You might already have this saved, Isabella, but I know I sound frustrating, but like where? Okay, I'm gonna stop sharing for a minute because I can't find the chat if I can't see you guys. There we go. There's the link to the directions to this voice thread. Isabella, have you ever done voice thread? No, maybe. I think Sarah's done. I know Sarah's done voice thread. So there's a few things you need to do. You need to schedule the appointment in VoiceThread program, and then you need to schedule it on TutorTrack, and then you need to put it in the Google spreadsheet, and then you need to email the tutor, and then you have to email the student. There's a lot of steps. It's actually not that hard. You just have to do a lot of steps. Hold on. There's a million things. Oh, I thought maybe that was somebody messaging in that was like trying to get into the session. Okay. Isabella, remind me, have you done one of these before?
One of what?
What was that?
What are you doing? Sorry, I froze for a
The
minute.
voice thread. Have you ever done a voice thread appointment?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's practice and review another one because it's kind of a lot of effort. So let's log in. If you can open that the assistant I put in the chit chat and then log into VoiceThread. Sometimes this is the biggest hurdle. You have to log in as CSU Channel Islands. The first time you log in, Jessica, it's going to ask you what campus you're from. And then you sign in. Oh, look, if you're writing.tutors, you're going to always log in as writing.tutors. It should let you in. Let's practice this because sometimes that's the hurdle. It looks like it's going to let me in. Yay, it did. Jessica and Sarah and Isabella, can you let me know when you're into this section of the VoiceThread program?
I don't think you're screen sharing, Marissa.
Oh, sorry. My bad. My bad. Can you see it now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is what you're going to do. These are all the past ones that are in there. Okay. So you're going to do home. Oh, not home. Sorry. I meant to do create. I got click happy. Okay, you're going to do create. We're going to create a new one. You're going to add a media. So that means the document that they emailed to you, unfortunately, you're going to have to download it to your own laptop and then upload it. So then you'll just have to delete it off your laptop or your desktop, whatever you're using. I didn't think, okay, so my computer, I'll just put in this one, open, and I'm going to put in there, the thing that I clicked was funny. It was a position description. Well, what you would really put in is you would put in the title of the student and the tutor. So you would say, like, say it's Jessica, say you had an appointment, Jessica with Kiana. Jessica with Kiana. Some people do it Jessica with Kiana 8/25 on the date. So save. Okay, and then you do, I think it's under the share here. This is what you're going to have to do. Allow. Sometimes these aren't marked. I don't know why they're not always marked. Every once in a while they're not. You need to make sure that anybody can view it and that's clicked and the comment is clicked. I always go under who has access to. Now can view. And then I go back to here, I copy the link. And we click out of it. Now it should be saved. See? Jessica with, oh, so I think people did start using the time. We used to just put the date, but I think people find it a little more helpful to put the time in. I'm going to delete mine just because I don't want to confuse anyone in the future. So I'm going to delete it. I'm going to delete it. And now what I'm going to go do is I'm going to go back into my writing.tutors. Look, I'm going to try to find you an asynchronous one. I saw one, there was one a little bit further down. Appointment request, appointment request. Here, voice thread completion. No. Here we go. Here's one that says voice thread feedback, right? This, look at, I wanna show you this, which is so important. What questions do you have for the tutor? How can I improve my reflection memo? Sometimes they add a bunch of them. And sometimes, you know, it's like the tutors doesn't know. If the tutor's reviewing it, they don't know what to do. So you're gonna have to forward this. You forward it to the tutor. Say you booked it with COA, right? You're gonna have to forward this to COA. And then you write them back. Yeah, see, this is how it's already forwarded to Nilo. Dear Nilo, below is the voice thread feedback form submitted by Natalia. Time for creating the feedback is reserved here. And so Andrea did it all nice and formal. So now Nilo can tell what to do. You would have gone, let me see, voice thread. Let's see if there's an appointment. It's searching. It's taking a long time to search. I'm trying to look for an example that just came in. These are all completed ones. Missed appointment, reminder, D10, dear appointment confirmation. Sorry guys, but the directions are on here. I thought it would be easy to pull up one. After you've done that, after you've booked it, and after you've forwarded it over to the tutor, then you have to tell the student, hey, you would reply back to it with one of those email templates. This is why this has to be bookmarked, because there's always somebody here. So voice thread asynchronous submission feedback. You'd say, hey, I'm just confirming we got it. We'll give it, you know, once they've done it, we'll send you the voice thread. So that would be this completed. That would be this one, feedback confirmation. So let's see. I want to go back to, oops, sorry, back to this one. And lastly, what you do is you click on the link, the spreadsheet. You would click on, see the screenshots of all of this. And we have a tracking spreadsheet. And look at how many of these we've done. I haven't looked at this in a while. Wow, look at how many we've done. So this is how it looks. The essay who processed it, the essay who completed it, completed date, the date they need it, name of the student. So what happens is this column right here is going to be, these ones will be left blank when you make the appointment. Sorry, column B and column C will be blank until the tutor has completed it. And then once it's complete, then you would email in, see, it's usually the essay. Sometimes I think once in a blue moon, the tutor will send it out. But yeah, it's usually the essay. And then you would put in there the date that you completed it and you'd send them their feedback. Samaya, please email all students. I don't know what that means. Oh, because there was like a group appointment. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I think there was a bunch of group appointments. These ones, when you have your beginning shift, you just need to practice making these. Just title it like, you know, test or sample. Just keep going over it because it is a little bit of a learning curve and knowing like which template to use and when to do it. Just follow the directions and you can get through it, but practice makes perfect on these ones. So I know that is a lot to go over. Oral presentations, we'll get to that. I don't think we have too many of those. Yeah. So I know it's overwhelming right in the beginning. There is a lot to learn. So I'm sure, Jessica, you have questions. That's okay. We'll learn through it. Isabella, do you have any questions up front? I mean, like now?
No, not right now.
Okay. Sarah, are you okay over there? I don't know what happened, Sarah. Okay.
Yeah, I'm live.
All right. Well, come check back in. Are you all coming to the next one as well? Yeah. Okay. I'm going to go tackle some of my emails that keep coming in all of a sudden, and I will be back at 11. And then we're going to be going over like, what are we doing with EMTs? What about workshops? Stuff like that. So I will see you. I think it's the same room, but you better just click on the link from the workshop sign up page. And because I'm not 100% sure it's the same Zoom room. Anyway, I will see you soon.
Thank you.
Yeah, bye.
Thank you.